All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live stream. The daily live stream during this transfer window is going to be wild. We will be there. We will be there when news breaks. We will 100% be there, like we were there late last night with the Ugarte situation. Whew, wow, it was like copying an RKO. Do you know what I mean? Like you're on the top rope and Randy Orton's right there and you're about to deliver an elbow from the top rope and Randy Orton gets up and boom, puts a RKO, or like a Stone Cold stunner out of nowhere, Look, my days. You know what? At the end of the day, as I said in my live stream when that news broke, I actually don't blame Chelsea in here. I don't blame Chelsea in here. I think it was wise to walk away from this ridiculous situation that PSG has created. They were nowhere to be seen. And all of a sudden, they laid the smackdown by putting 10 million euros offer salary per year. They've gone from 5 to 10. 5 to 10. They doubled his wage package. Like, we're not even talking about they went from 5 to 6, just a tad bit. They literally said, you know what? F you. We are going to blow you guys out of here and we're going to make sure this player never, ever talks about the Premier League, never even whispers the words of the Premier League, never even utters the words Premier League. They've literally just laid down double the wages to the point where Ugarte, here I was thinking life's not about the money. Ladies and gentlemen, life is all about the money. Life is all about the money, man. Life is all about the money. Look, do you know what I got out of that situation last night? It was a mad reality check for me. It was a massive reality check. One, never get excited about record. Never get excited about record Portugal. I mean, look, maybe they were on top of it. Maybe they were reporting the right things, but Fabrizio Romano is a GOAT for a reason. Fabrizio Romano was always cautious, and he kept on saying that in every tweet. David Ornstein was nowhere to be seen as well on this particular situation. Never once did he uttered a single word about this scenario. Sumit, you're right. Hakimi 2.0 situation, yeah. And yeah, it was a good realization. And the other realization is that, in a particular angle, I appreciate this. I like this. Chelsea aren't going to be messing around with these sort of situations anymore. Like, gone are those days where, Chelsea would have probably even matched. Do you know what I mean? Like in Roman era, you best believe if PSG doubled the wages, Roman would have just come over the top and probably would have said, you know what, 300K per week wages for you, my man. But I'm glad we're not doing this anymore. I'm pretty certain we offered somewhere around close to 5 million. This was what was being reported, that not only we offered 3.5, but there was a whole heap of bonuses and incentives, which then pretty much got close to, if not equaled, what PSG was offering, which was 5 million. But then PSG just went, stuff this, double the money. And then, you know what? I'm glad we moved on. If that's the case, I'm glad we moved on. The only thing I do hate in this situation, about the Ugarte situation, we're going to look at the news very, very soon, and we will 100% talk about Moisés Caicedo, because apparently he's worth about £100 million. And the only way to get it cheap is by giving Levi Colwill. Look, nothing's going to be easy for us. And that's the other realization I had. Nothing for us will be easy in this transfer window. Nothing. It will be difficult. Not having European football and being very, very, I suppose, sensible in regards to wages, it's not going to be easy. If there is a bidding war, if there is competition out there for a player, it's going to be very difficult for us to land that particular player. It will be very difficult. PSG, we were never going to beat them. PSG are always going to outdo us. If Man United get in on the act with Caicedo, I don't know if we can compete with that either. But going back to the Ugarte situation, look, the only thing I probably didn't like about that whole scenario, and I don't know if this is true, and it seems like maybe it is, there were talks about how we wanted to get a minority stake on Sporting Lisbon to get this deal over the line. Now, see, this is where you want to get a minority stake on a particular club, do that separately. Don't try and mix this up with a player, because I think that might have absolutely ticked off PSG, because PSG were nowhere to be seen. As soon as we try to get a bit fancy with our dealings, with our agreements, PSG, we got history. We didn't give them Ziyech. Apparently the fax, whoever was the email lady or the fax lady, did not fax the right documents. Come on. In this day and age, we can't seem to fax. Or who's using fax anyway? Who uses fax machines these days? It's all through like email and DocuSign and whatnot. Yeah, I'll be honest saying, I don't know that's true. I think there was some other sources, not just from the French point of view. There were other sources that were talking about, and I don't put it past it, Abhinav, because we are looking to buy clubs. We are. So I don't put it past our board and owners trying to be a bit fancy in this. It can be somewhat believable. It's not completely left field. But if it is true, that's one thing that I probably don't want to see ever again. If you want to buy a club, buy it separately. Don't be trying to get a deal across the line for a player by offering to buy a minority stake on that particular club. Like, let's not try and muddle up all of these jobs in one. Like, let's not do that. Okay, let's have a look at the news, ladies and gentlemen. This is what dropped late yesterday night after all of that drama that happened with Ugarte. PSG made a huge increase to Ugarte's salary. They've gone from 5 million to 10 million. This did not go down well with Chelsea, who informed all parties they are threatening to leave the deal. Chelsea, though, want to hear from Ugarte now that he will fulfill promises made. So I don't know if this is still alive. I think it's completely dead now. But apparently we're still waiting on Ugarte to fulfill his promises. As per Record Portugal, who was saying it from the get-go, that Ugarte was destined to join us, Further goes on to say Chelsea have had the medicals booked. The next few hours should bring a definitive decision. And then last but not least, this war has old chapters, with the famous chapter being with Ziyech transfer. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know. Could this be true? Could PSG actually have a grudge on us, and they did this because of what happened with Ziyech? I don't know, man. I don't know. I couldn't put it past them. These sort of things could potentially happen. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 200K. I just saw someone write that. 200K is mad. 200K for Ugarte is mad. Let's be honest. The brother is on 700,000 euros per year. Ugarte's current salary is 700 euros. Someone's saying, check Ben Jacobs. What's he written, man? What's Ben Jacobs saying? Let's have a look. What I'm doing. Oh my God. Ben Jacobs. 11 hours, 47 minutes ago. More on Manuel Ugarte after Chelsea pulled out the race last night. PSG are confident of completing the deal, having met the 60 million release clause. But it is not true they made an improved offer last night. or that the wages are anywhere close to 10 million a year. Okay. So what is it? What is it? But it is not true they made an improved offer last night. Okay, so what is it? Sources indicate Ugarte agreed to PSG's personal terms days ago, and now all the deal is lacking is his signature. Chelsea's perspective is they pulled out because they didn't want to pay above market value, even though the player was keen. Important to reflect this side. PSG's personal terms to Ugarte were indeed more lucrative, but as reported throughout, I'm told they are under 5 million per year. So what happened? What didn't we want to match? What was it that we didn't want to match? I don't understand. Chelsea's perspective is they pulled out because they didn't want to pay above market value. Above what market value? The release clause is 60 million. And that's exactly what PSG are offering anyway. Are we now talking about wages? I don't completely get this. Even though the player was keen. So the player was keen. The player wanted to join us. So did we bottle this? I don't get it. I'm not really sure what is going on anymore. A lot of people are saying Ben Jacobs tax Miz. I don't know, man. This guy I think he was the first one to tweet yesterday about this incident. Wasn't he the first one to tweet? I think it was before Fabrizio Romano. Yeah, digital film reviews. This doesn't make sense to me. Chelsea's perspective is they pulled out because they didn't want to pay above market value. So wages, even though the player was keen. Important to reflect this side. PSG's personal terms to Ugarte were indeed more lucrative, but as reported throughout, I'm told they were under 5 million per year. PSG sources argue they didn't budge from their offer, and instead Sporting tried to put pressure on Ugarte to pick Chelsea because that offer's structure was more preferable to Portuguese club. Honestly, this guy's lost me. So Sporting wanted to force Ugarte to us. Ugarte wanted us, but we didn't want to meet the market value, which is this guy saying PSG is paying less than 5 million. This guy's all over the place. Chelsea denied the L'Equipe report suggesting a promise of investing in Sporting was made as part of any Ugarte negotiation. PSG point to the timing of the withdrawal after that story materialized, but neither club wants to get into a war of words. I don't get it. So okay. Mr. Ben Jacobs, let me get this right. Live chat, help me out because I don't understand what Mr. Ben Jacobs is saying. He's saying a lot of things which ultimately cross each other out. Ben Jacobs is saying PSG did not offer a lucrative offer. In fact, it was close to 5 million. Okay, so that's number one. It was close to 5 million. Okay. He then said that PSG were looking to trigger the release clause. He also said, and I think we also wanted to trigger the release clause. How else are you going to? We did have, better structure. He said that we had better structure. Sporting wanted to give it to us because of the better structure on the release clause. Player was keen on us, but we didn't want to make the personal terms because it was above market value. But PSG is paying, their lucrative deal is less than the 5 million. So what happened to 3.5 with bonus and incentives? This don't make sense to me. If the lucrative offer from PSG was not actually 10 million, but actually less than 5, how is it possible that we cannot match that? I don't know if this guy's saying the truth. Do you know what? I'm actually going to reply to him. I'm going to say this. I'm keen. Everyone, if you see this reply, can you just tag him to reply this to us? I'm going to say, let me get this right. Both clubs will trigger the clause. Chelsea had better structure. Sporting wanted Chelsea. Player keen on Chelsea. PSG no lucrative offer. 5 million euros or less. Chelsea don't to offer 5 million euros. Is this what you're saying, Ben? Can someone is this what this guy's saying? I don't know, man. This guy's just talking a lot of crap. If you guys see that particular comment, can you guys just tag him to just answer that? Because this seems a bit weird to me. This really does seem a bit weird to me. Ben Jacob is all over the place with his tweets. Chelsea could have easily matched 5 million. We ain't so broke considering Ugarte is so crucial for us. Exactly. It does not make sense to me. If PSG actually did not offer anywhere near 10 million, and in fact it was less than 5, how can we not offer that? How can we not offer that? Look up Simon Phillips. Ryan is saying, let's have a look. Full on investigation jobs right now. Did we actually bottle it? What happened? What actually happened here? Chelsea are optimistic they can reach the deal for. Okay, we'll have a look at that, man. We are talking about Ugarte, ladies and gentlemen. So people that want to give me any notes on Ugarte, give me that now before we move on to Caicedo. I just want to wrap this Ugarte situation before I go into Caicedo. Yeah, that Ben Jacobs thread absolutely did my head. He's contradicted himself several times in that entire piece. I think Boli and Iqbali did something illegal and pulled out. I think they did bid on Sporting in Ugarte's deal. This is what I'm concerned about. Is this what happened? Although Ben Jacobs is saying CFC denied the L'Equipe report suggesting a promise of investing in Sporting was made as part of any Ugarte negotiations. PSG point to the timing of the withdrawal after the story materialized, but neither club wants to get into a war of words. Something happened. Someone got caught. Either PSG offered more money. I cannot imagine this deal not happening if PSG didn't offer more money. Either PSG offered more money or Chelsea tried to do this sneaky illegal business right here. It's one or the other. It's either Chelsea tried to say to Sporting, we are going to buy a minority share, give us Ugarte, and PSG heard about that and said, we are going to complain to UEFA and we're going to get you into trouble. And that probably would have got us into massive, massive trouble, maybe a transfer ban, or PSG offered double the money. I don't believe all of this stuff that Ben Jacobs is saying, oh, no, PSG never offered double the money. It cannot happen. If they didn't offer double the money, then Ugarte should have joined us. He only wanted Premier League move. Yes, PSG offered more money. Check Felix. You'll get the clarity. Okay, let's have a look at Felix Johnston. Mad investigation job going on here. Mad investigations. Because what Ben Jacobs is saying does not make sense to me. Okay, 3 hours ago. Not sure what's been reported since last night on Ugarte, but what I'm told, Mendes told PSG conditions of Chelsea deal and wage offer. PSG increased salary by a lot. Mendes went back to Chelsea, but after Chelsea had a verbal yes and were then told to increase by a lot, they left. This makes sense to me. See, this is clear cut. None of these Ben Jacobs BS, they did this, they did that, this, that, the other, and it just cuts itself off contradiction after contradiction after contradiction. This is clear cut. This makes sense. We had an agreement. PSG then went and gave more money, and we said, F you. We said F you. So we walked away. This makes sense to me. Had notifications off since the initial news broke, so this may well have been already reported by others. Was also told once again to watch Lavia. Caicedo will also be pushed. Kai Havertz, Real Madrid are yet to open talks with Chelsea, but are believed to have sounded out his agents and are talking to them. Why are people acting like whoever reported on this deal is a fraud? If anyone said it was done, they lied. But if you reported throughout with the truth like me, Fabrizio and others, you were right. People applauding Ornstein for not reporting anything. How is that a good thing? Yeah, look, I'm going to close this situation about Ugarte that PSG offered more money. It has to be. It has to be that PSG offered more money. There can't be any other way. We're going to move on to the next topic, which is Caicedo, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do that, Valentine, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm disappointed with Ugarte. I'll reserve my judgment about the board until after the transfer window. I don't like Poch, but he needs support. He 100% needs support. He 100%. He wanted Ugarte. And yeah, looks like Ugarte has gone for the money. He's gone for the money. He's absolutely gone for the money. And but then again, what can you do when it's double the money? He's literally getting about 200K per week. You can't say no to that kind of money, man. You know, when it was about 5 million and we tried to bring it to about close to 5 million with bonuses and incentives, okay, it was looking our way. But then as Felix said, George Mendes heard that PSG were going to offer a lot of money, a lot more money. And I'm pretty sure George Mendes is probably getting a lot of agent fees as well. And he told Chelsea to up the amount. And we said, no, get lost. We'll look elsewhere. No, fine. Fairs. Absolutely fairs. I don't want Chelsea to budge. Enough with, paying overs and paying ridiculous amount of money in previous times under a previous regime, which got us into this mess that we are right now. Do you know what I mean? There's no guarantee. There's no absolute guarantee in anything in life. There's no guarantee that Ugarte was going to come in and absolutely kill this Premier League. And if we pay him 200K per week and he struggles, then we're in the mud. Much like with so many of our players, Kai Havertz being one of them. And there's so many more. Lukaku, another one. No, I think Chelsea's done the right thing. And I'm pretty certain the report from Ben Jacobs is a total BS. And I think from Felix's point of view, it makes sense. PSG would have had to come with more money, 100%. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Wouldn't surprise me if he did this because Felix. Wouldn't surprise me if he did this because Felix. Wouldn't surprise me if I must have missed something. Let me know, Valan, what you mean by that. Yeah, I'm not quite certain about that comment, but maybe I must have missed it. Maybe you were talking, it was in regards to another sentence that I was on. Because I'm shocked you still fell for this. Have we not learned from Rafinha? Yeah, look, man, do you blame me? It looked like it was going to be ours, man. Do you really blame me for it? Anyway, let's move on to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay, a little bit more about Manuel Ugarte. Manuel Ugarte's transfer to Chelsea is off. Sporting Lisbon midfielder looked likely to join, but has been offered much higher wages by PSG. This is Jacob Steinberg, another journalist saying that it was the wages that triggered the situation. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Mendes probably did this because of Jaffe. Right. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't want to break that relationship with Mendes, man. Like, he's got some good players under his wings, and we don't want to ruin that. But yeah, I hear you. Maybe, who knows? Because Poch didn't want João Felix. By the end of the transfer window, when we have a team of 21-year-olds, you will all be crying again. Wake up and smell the coffee. We are mid-table. No Hopa club now. Yeah, look, we better do some good business, and it's going to be difficult to do good business. Anchor, thank you so much for this particular super chat. I really appreciate that. I could have written some comments, but let's move on to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen. This is now the next thing. I think Ugarte is done. We can forget about Ugarte. Ugarte is finished. I don't know, unless something absolutely miraculous happens. I think that situation is done. You got double the money at PSG, so we move on. Now, Caicedo, ladies and gentlemen, the other realization that I said, earlier on in the live stream. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, over nearly 700 live right now. Can we get easy 400 likes? Can we please get 400 likes for this live stream? Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. So let's get to 400 likes, and let's hurry up and let's get that 23,000 subscribers. So close. Look, the other realization I had, ladies and gentlemen, is that nothing's going to be easy for us. Nothing is going to be easy. All right. People think, okay, now all our focus is on Moisés Caicedo. We are going to absolutely land him. We're going to land Romeo Lavia. Let me tell you something about Moisés Caicedo, ladies and gentlemen. Moisés Caicedo in January wanted to go to Arsenal Football Club. I'm not even sure if Moisés Caicedo is keen to join Chelsea. That's number one. So there's a question mark there. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that, oh, he won't come 100%. I'm just saying that there's a question mark there. Maybe he's looking for Europe. I don't know. Right? That's one thing. Second thing, the money. Moisés Caicedo ain't going to be cheap. He's going to be quite a lot of money. Chelsea are expected to move for Moisés Caicedo, who is likely to cost at least 80 million. Their intention was to always buy him and Manuel Ugarte. Well, forget about Ugarte. That ain't happening. But Brighton, at least 80 million. They know they've got themselves a big-time player here. And the third thing, so number one, doubt. I don't know whether he really wants to join us. Number two, doubt. The price is going to be unbelievable. Number three, issue is, once again, we're not the only one after this player. Man United is after Caicedo as well. Man United is after Caicedo. We're not going to be offering huge wages. I don't know what this brother is looking for. What level of wages? But you best believe if it's between us and Man United is going to go overs just like PSG. That's what Man United do anyway. They just go overs. Fab, here we go. McAllister to Liverpool. Yep, that was always going to happen. Alexis McAllister to Liverpool. Well done to Liverpool to closing that one out. But yeah, nothing's going to be easy. And on top of that, here's the spanner. Remember, I told you guys I'm a bit concerned. I am a bit concerned about Levi Colwill because Brighton will try and get leverage out of this particular player. Brighton know we want Caicedo, and Brighton have our player, Levi Colwill. Yes, obviously the loan is finished and Levi Colwill comes back, but we want Caicedo. And the fact that we missed out on Ugarte, we definitely want Caicedo now. But Caicedo is Brighton player. So now we're in this conundrum. Brighton won around 100 million for Moisés Caicedo. 100 big ones for Moisés Caicedo. But they are happy to lower the price if the player they want is included in the deal. But they are happy to lower the price if the player they want is included in the deal. They did bid for Levi Colwill recently. If you remember, 30 million bid for Levi Colwill. This is from the Secret Scout. The Secret Scout's got some good internal information as well. So I'll take his, whoever, he, she, their word seriously. So we are going to be in this conundrum, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be in this conundrum where we're going to have to maybe make a choice. Caicedo or Levi Colwill? And I hate this because I don't want to lose Levi Colwill. But if we miss out on Ugarte, which we have, and we also miss out on Caicedo, then what? Then what? And this is why down the track, ladies and gentlemen, our scouting team has to do well. We need to go out there and be first in some of these players. We cannot have all of these other players, other clubs reaching out to these gems before us. We need to be there. I don't know. What does it mean for Santos? What does it mean for Caicedo? I don't know. Maybe they become first team players. Who knows? Maybe we've got gems there. Caicedo looks like a top player, but under 20s, it's quite a few steps down. Big boy football is a totally different thing. Big boy football is totally different. Are Caicedo and Santos ready for the challenge? Maybe we might have to do with one of them. Even with Levi Colwill, not Levi Colwill, Romeo Lavia. Even with Romeo Lavia, a lot of people have been talking about Romeo Lavia. Let's focus on Romeo Lavia. I like Romeo Lavia. I really do. I like him. But once again, he's inexperienced as well. Don't forget, Romeo Lavia is very inexperienced. To put all that pressure on a particular young player, I don't know, man. I don't mind getting Romeo Lavia and then a DM on top of that. So you can have the three. Palhinha is a good shot. Do you know what? Palhinha from Fulham. I'm going to start doing some props about Palhinha. No one's really going after Palhinha. I think Palhinha would join Chelsea Football Club as well. And he's a top DM. Enzo Fernandez and Palhinha. Palhinha came from Sporting as well, didn't he? Can someone let me know? Palhinha came from Sporting, right? I'm pretty certain Fulham got Palhinha from Sporting. But yeah, we're in this conundrum, ladies and gentlemen. 100 million for Moisés Caicedo. And you can lower it if you want to give Levi Colwill. Let me actually put that as a poll if you guys would actually want that. Would you like to sell Colwell to Brighton in order to buy Caicedo for a discounted price? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, Valen, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. I like Caicedo, but 100 million wants Colwell, not a natural sitter. As a 6, kind of have my doubts if we don't get a natural sitting number 6. Is 100 million worth it? Nah, he's not 100 million. There's no way Caicedo is worth 100 million. No way. He's not worth 100 million. Straight up. There's not even a discussion. Miz, what do you think about Neves in the last year of his contract? I think he's going to Barcelona, man. Ruben Neves, I do like him. Might have been good maybe a couple of seasons ago. But Palhinha is one that I wouldn't mind at all. Ugarte replaced him. Yeah, you're right. There you go. Palhinha was in Sporting and then Ugarte replaced him. I have no issues in getting Palhinha. Palhinha is really good, man. Why can't Chelsea sign him? He's cheap as well. He's coming to us, no problem. Yeah, Palhinha. I don't think there is any competition for Palhinha. I don't think anyone's actually going for him. So I don't know why we're not looking into this particular player. I'm going to start doing some props, man. We need people to start talking about Palhinha. And before you know, as soon as we start talking about Palhinha, maybe, all these other clubs will come into it. Maybe we should do it under the radar, do it under silence. Palhinha and Lavia is perfect balance, 27 and 29 years old. Yeah, Lavia is not. Who's 27 and 29? Lavia's not 27. Well, unless you're and Enzo is not 20s. Palhinha, how old's Palhinha? 27. Palhinha is 27. Palhinha is good. Yeah, Palhinha is good. All right, next up. Chelsea are optimistic they can reach a deal for Moisés Caicedo and are thought to have discussed a move for him in talks with Brighton over Levi Colwell. Chelsea have insisted Levi is not for sale, but Brighton want to keep him, which could help in negotiations over Caicedo. I think the only way we're going to get Caicedo is if we give them Levi Colwell. I don't think we're going to get Caicedo any other way. And Caicedo is going to cost a lot of money. He's going to want a lot of wages. I'm just giving you guys, setting the right expectation. I think we're going to lose Levi Colwell. I really do think. Valverde is best option for us. It's not happening, man. Valverde is not leaving Real Madrid for us, man. Come on, let's be serious. Neves is too slow for me. Better go for Palhinha. Tyler Adams is actually a good shout as well. I'm not even going to lie, but Palhinha, I'll probably prefer Palhinha. Personally, because Palhinha actually can long-range shots as well. He's got some weapons in him. Personally, if we sell Colwell, then we have to get Guardiola. Well, we still have Koulibaly and all of these. Like, you're going to have to get rid of all of these players before you can even think about Guardiola. And I think there's all sorts of rumors about Guardiola potentially being in Manchester City's radar. What about loan Colwell and extend his contract to a year? Well, apparently we already have that contract extension on offer. He's just not signed that yet. Soufiane Amrabat, yeah, I don't mind. Do you know what? A lot of people say that he's not that great for Fiorentina. He just looks really good for Morocco, but not that great for Fiorentina. So I don't watch Fiorentina, so I can't really comment, but there's a lot of people that say this. We should offer Colwell to Brighton now for Caicedo. We need him badly now at any cost, so might as well give them what they want. We wouldn't have to pay full amount to. I think it might go down like this. It might just go down like this. Let's be honest, the new ownership have embarrassed us way too much now. I don't know, man. Not with the Ugarte situation. I think with the Ugarte situation, we were on track. What can you do if PSG just comes over the top and gives double the money? And I don't want Chelsea to, fall into that kind of trap. Let's pay them and still keep our player. But if this Colwell guy looks like he doesn't want to stay at Chelsea, then don't force him. Top Dog RLG, thank you so much for the super chat. We're witnessing what I like to call the Spursification of Chelsea. Spursification of Chelsea. Small-time Mickey Mouse club with zero ambition, all these outgoings, and we can't offer Ugarte competitive wages. Useless. Do you know what? It does worry me. Can we offer competitive wages down the track to our players? I'm not saying go out there and offer, match PSG with 200K per week wages for Ugarte. I think that's a bit mad, but, what wages do we have prepared for Caicedo? Caicedo is going to want to get paid a lot of money as well. Man United's after him too. So watch this space. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. A lot of you guys have said no. 73% have said no. You will not sell Colwell to get Caicedo. So I'm going to end the poll there. I'm going to end the stream as well. Ladies and gentlemen, look, we're going to be back later on tonight, UK time, to wrap up the day's news. Interesting times ahead. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. We shall talk more. Until next time. See ya.